Hey there, Silver-Tongued Devil here, and in this giveaway stream, we're going to be doing things slightly differently. This is the fantastic Into the Radius, brilliant game. Lots of you will already know how it is, what it does, will have seen lots of videos on it, so I don't need to go into too much detail about how good this game is, what it does for the platform, how awesome a title this is. What you need to know is that there are 4 copies to be given away. We'll be doing them at 20 minutes, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, and 2 hours. And I'm going to play this a little bit differently. I've completed it on normally a couple of times. I've completed it on realistic. It's a step up, but not too much more of a challenge than normal. So we're going to attempt to live off of the radius. Because, as I have been corrected in one of my videos most recently, what I thought was a bug is actually a feature. So, let's get one started. Now, the bug that I thought was a bug, which is actually a feature, is anything you pick up in the radius stays. Hello, Weeble. Anything that you pick up in the radius stays. Now, this is part of the reason why I always return home, not just for missions, but because I want to live out in the radius. It seems like a really good idea. Whether it is a really good idea or not, we shall say. Hello, Fourth Wall. So I think it's going to be a fantastic idea. I foresee no problems whatsoever with things like running out of ammunition, running out of all sorts of ridiculousness. I'll answer that one quite happily, dude. Hang on. Oh, hello, goofy guy. Thank you for the my outrageously British accent comments. The way that I do it is I have the chat read out to me so that I can listen to what's going on and then respond that way with a little application that I found on mobile called Speech Chat. And it basically reads out what you guys are talking and puts it directly into my ears and allows me to read. And even if I did have a screen that I could look at, I prefer doing it this way because then I don't have to stop to chat with you guys. Anyway, let's try and not get shot by this.
Stop. Authorized personnel only.
Can't remember if... Oh, 2 seconds.
Raise your hands above your head for identification.
Laggy? 2 secs. It might just be settling in. Whoa. You weren't kidding, were you? Yeah, so although I want to live... Your security level has been reset to 0 due to long-term absence. Please proceed to your room and continue the missions. We are hoping for complete cooperation. No worries. Yeah, perfect timing and perfect opportunity to win a copy of the game. Right. 4 times across the stream, 20 minutes, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, and 2 hours. However, sometimes I forget, sometimes I get excited. This is the kind of game that I get lost in very easily. Von will try and help me out with that. Don't count on it, though. So, how are we going to play this one? Normally, there's lots of bits and pieces for us here. I'm going to treat home base like any other place and loot my filthy little goblin heart out. However, we are going to be playing the game a little bit differently. Yes, joining the Discord helps me and Von out a lot. So, let's set ourselves up for success. Thank you very much. We will have a spare one of those there for now. So we've got a little bit of food. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to treat the game not much, unfortunately. Not at this stage. But to be fair, I've only just started. Ooh, that might actually be useful because we can clean that up. I'll take that with me just in case. But yeah, not much on the revenue side of things. But hey, I'm only a small channel. It's getting better. Oh, the pouch dip, yeah. I do like the pouch dip. Have we actually got rounds in there? Yes, we have. Cool. Right, so we've got some ammunition. Plenty of ammunition. More than enough. I am going to have to make use of knives a little bit more than I ever have in this game, in that we're going to be doing some throwing to try and cut down on things. Now, although, so the way that we're going to do this is we are going to live out in the radius, but so that I can progress the game, I am going to be coming back for missions. So the plan is we aren't going to be buying this. Well, there's one concession that I might give for myself from the shop, which is the gas mask, because I think I'll need that to get through one of the security levels, if I'm right. If I don't, I won't be getting it. If I do, I'll be buying that. But that will be pretty much the only thing that we'll be getting from the shop. So the whole intention is not to come back here for anything but looting the crap that's here, if we need to. And I'm going to try and stay away from the Christmas tree as best as I can, and just coming back here for missions. So when he says not returning to base ever, well, we've got to, if I never come back to the base, then we'll have no real sense of progress. And I'd like to complete it like this, or at least see if it's possible. I've played it a fair bit beyond the main missions, but once the missions stop, no, I don't have no shop mod on, unfortunately. So basically, I'm trying to make this as close to scavenger as possible without actually having access to the scavenger mod. Now, let's have a quick dive around, because there are a few things in the base. Trusty cigarettes. Those of you who've been watching my little 30-second videos know all about how good cigarettes are. We need packets upon packets of them. I'm also tempted to make this a smoking-only run. Which, well, if I can survive for days in the radius off of purely smoking, I'll be very happy. Plain vanilla, because that's all I can really do. I could go and get a load of candy bars by jumping around the rafters, getting up there and going across there, but I think that might make things a little bit too easy. So, just in case we do come back here anytime quickly, for any time specifically, I'll pop it on the bench there. There you go, perfect. Now, we do have a mission so that we can keep our security side of things going. It's a good price for IDU. It's a very good price. Yeah, ammo management is going to be the big thing, because you only get tiny amounts of ammunition. What is going to be strange in this playthrough is all the stuff that you would normally pick up for... Oh yeah, chain smoking coming up. All of the stuff that you would normally pick up for all of the cash that you need in this game, I'm pretty much going to be binning, and think I'm going to be getting excited about single rounds of ammunition. It's going to be hilarious, I'm sure. Or weird, at the very least. So, for those of you who are looking at this and haven't seen it before, it's part of the reason why I've decided to play this way, is because it's a very different way as to how you would play the normal game. So, welcome to the Radius. So, what the Radius is divided up into multiple maps. This is one of, to not spoil things, this is one of several. There is a day-night cycle. We are in early morning. There are good things out here, i.e. loot. There are nasty things out here, i.e. everything else, including anomalies, which will take you down quite quickly if you are not careful with them, and various enemies, which, well... No. Well, I mean, I'll have one roll of toilet paper, right. I need to be careful. So the problems that we're going to be facing is I want to keep my weight down so I can remain reasonably mobile. However, I'm having to carry my life on my back. Except what I thought was a bug, but is actually a feature, anything that we pick up stays in the radius. Now, I've done that previously, and it's disappeared. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know, that might have been a bug when it's done that for me. So now it allows us to play a different way, in that I can make little way stations and little waypoints. In fact, that's not a bad shout. I'll make one here. Just of little trinkets and little things that, if we inevitably lose them on our way, because I will, we need one of those. Dental hygiene is a massive issue within this. I do have a battery pack. Single bullets. Yes, I've got that is a bullet that we need. I am on this is Quest 2 native. 9x19mm. So there's lots of various different ammunition types as well. So we need to be quite selective with what we take with us. Ah, yes. We are smoking. And we've got plenty of food. What we have now. So what we're going to do is we're still going to be going through the motions of completing missions because I want to keep a sense of progress. There was a YouTuber. You know exactly where I'm going. There was a YouTuber who did a very good video on this, and I can't remember his name though. Radius Rick. Yes, this is vanilla. So Radius Rick has quite a decent scoring system for this style of run, which is basically living out in the radius, and you score yourself based on the amount of stuff that you can take back to base and the amount of cash that you can build without spending any of it, which is a good shout, but without taking, that's truly not going back to the base other than for dumping stuff. However, we won't get much sense of progression if doing that. So let's 2 seconds. Why Quest standalone and not PC? That is a great question. Because unfortunately, as much as I would like to be, I don't think I qualify as a member of the PC master race. How's our stamina doing? Yeah, I mean, the way I see it, everything that I've played on the channel has been standalone. And when I looked at a Quest 2, I looked at it as it's cableless. It doesn't have a cable. I came from the PSVR days, or PSVR space, and I always dreamed of not having a cable. It's a simple dream, but it was a big one for me, because I like to be able to actually move within VR. Now, I know that Airlink is a thing, and Airlink is something that you can use. My PC is not up to it, and the thing that gets me with PCV... Oh, is that... Oh, I thought it was a ramrod then. Oh, we've got all the things we need for a great run here. Yeah, that's it. We'll have to get a GoFundMe together, get me a decent PC. Nope. Yeah, again, I've been told these things, I know. So what we're doing here, that is one that we've got for our current weapon, so that's something that we definitely want to keep. Yeah, that is a factor as well. As I say, let's take this outside so we can see what we're doing without having to use a light. I'm going to try to be a lot more tidy than I normally am in these sort of games, including keeping boxes. The spec is garbage. It's like rated potato for VR. So, and again, like the big thing for me as well is, even if I had the most outstanding... Oh, shotgun shells. Oh, we're definitely going to need those. Even if I had the most tippitiest, toppiest PC... Yeah, I'm going to have to be for this game. Oh. Yeah, I know, right? Big sale market. Shadow VR is definitely something that I would look into. So part of the thing for me, I'm just throwing this all outside so because this is going to be another problem as well, using the torch, because no headlamp, because can't buy headlamp. Buckshot, we could be tidy. This is going to be very much an ASMR tidying up stream, I'm telling you now. let's get the stuff in here, and I'll carry on talking smack about PC. Hold on. Oh, is that one? Yes, that is. It's another one that we need. Right, let's get that out of here. This is part of story.
Please.
I'll try to avoid that where I can, but she's in the way.
An image. I'm trapped somewhere terrible. I don't know where, just that it's dark here, and I can't move. I'm so sick of this place, whatever it is.
That's possibly something that we're going to need later. That is our mission complete side of things. Let's pop that there so I don't lose it. That can go in storage. That can go there. So yeah, as far as... Oh, that's one. Lovely. So one of the big things for me with PC is I have this divide where PC is for like work and YouTube, or working like video entertainment-y stuff. The one PC game that I play a lot of is Warhammer Total War. So I play a lot of strategy games just because I like the mouse keyboard. Other than that, I am a console player, a dirty, filthy console player. So I treat this like a console, and I treat my console like a console, whereas a PC... And I think this is mainly due to the fact that whenever I've had a PC, you constantly need to stay on top of it. So you need to update things. There's a possibility that games you buy won't work, or won't work very well, or there's a lot of things that you have to do. Those are not things that I want. I'm a simple man. I want to press a button, play a game, turn the game off, leave. Come back on, press a button, play a game, leave. Again, very simple, but simple guy. Anyway, what did I miss during that tirade? And Shadow VR, though, is something that I am really, really interested in, actually. But I've got enough Quest 2 games to play. And I suppose the other thing as well is, if you have a Quest 2, you can do anything that you see me do on here. And as somebody who prides themselves on teaching certain games, like IDU, and I suppose this to an extent... you're not going to shout now.
This is UNPSC emergency guidance recording L1-61. If you are listening to this, you are most likely suffering from one or more of the following conditions.
Do that now? Oh, you can. Lovely.
Disorientation, memory loss, ataxia, and visual auditory hallucinations.
Hello, Indy. And yes,
calm. You are experiencing the adverse effects
PC,
of prolonged exposure to the pictorial radiation.
as I said, the... Okay. Let me just go and get tidied up. I'll go and get this mission handed in, and then you will have the time it takes for me to get tidied up and back into the radius. So hold your horses. Get ready on those emojis. Thank you. Hey, look, see, I was paying attention. So this is going to be the few times that we come back. Oh, we don't need to worry about that. Well, see, this is it with PC Shadow. The Shadow side of things is, I would imagine... Hey, you all should. Why wouldn't you? Right, so this is the gameplay loop, really. Go out there, fetch something, chuck it in here, get money, increase security level, crack on. Do I... Oh, no. Oh, it's not going to make me do it either. Excellent. And yes, this is a... 2 seconds. Just make sure I get that correct. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing, good guys, that if I wasn't doing, even when all the missions are complete, that's just to give me an end point. Otherwise, yes, I could just go out there, come back and do what I wanted to. There is an end point, but you can then kind of like, not New Game Plus it, but carry on doing random missions, not story-driven missions. They repeat over time, but there you go. Right, first giveaway. So... if you haven't read the description or you're not subscribed, you won't be able to do this, so you'll know for the next one anyway. The reason being is because if you're not subscribed, I've got like a 5-minute delay from hitting the subscription button to being able to post in chat, and you need to be able to post in chat to do the giveaway. So, backpacks is the emoji that we are looking for in the chat. Post me all of them backpacks. Yes, I have to put up with it in my ears, but hey, it's a small price to pay. So backpacks in the chat to win a copy of the game, or a chance to win a copy of the game. I think it does come up as, yeah, school satchel is what it comes up as. Or at least that's what chat is saying to me. And then what will happen is my mods are frantically adding all of the people that put those school satchels into the chat within the competition-y thing that we do, the wheel that we spin or what have you. And then when I call a stop to things, she'll take everybody that has entered and pick a winner. And then we'll do that after this one another 3 times. Now, important, I did say that we were going to be taking things from here and treating this as a loot location. So you better believe... Should really demo, shouldn't I? Duffel bags. Mikkel, make sure you put this... Well, backpack and school... You want school satchel is the one that you want. Make sure you put it in, otherwise you won't be part of the giveaway. Right, that's one that we need. So yeah, I think it's... What did I put in the description? You still got time to enter. Oh yeah, searching for backpack should come up with the right thing. But yeah, Mikkel, make sure you put the school satchel or backpack should do it. It's in the emoji list. Find it quick. Only those that have put the emoji in will be included within the draw. I haven't called an end yet, so you've still got time to get them in. You only need to do it once. Also note, because all of this is in the description, also note, if you have already won a copy, you can't, or you can enter for the other ones, which you are more than welcome to do, or you can put something else in, but you won't be counted. If you've already won. 1 per person, people. Come on. Right, don't need that. That's no good to us. Let's just take these out a second, just so I can demo what I actually... Because I will be doing this. Do like a breakback. Action shotgun. Watch in. Ready? Yeah. Awesome. Not that we're going to need it in these early stages. The Makarov will pretty much do everything that we need to do. It's reading out school satchel to me conditionally as well. But yeah. Ooh, that's a point. Hang on, don't? Did you say don't? So... Oh, right, okay. Is there actually things in this one? I don't think there's much. No, we want advanced. Don't think... Yeah, I'll leave that closed. We're not going to be coming back here very often, so... Right, if you haven't got them in, quick, hurry up, because I'm heading out. Salt Waffle, have you at least... You put the backpack symbol in, haven't you? Alright, I've heard one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, we'll leave that open. But we should be okay. Right. I knew I should have done a practice one before I started doing it. Go into emojis, type either backpack, like go into emojis and start typing backpack within the search. And you should be able to find it. Or school satchel. Okay, I'll give you a few more seconds. This is why you read the description, people. I also gave you chance to practice as well. I know K2 likes to practice putting in emojis. Right. I mean, that's a bit excessive because we don't really need that, but... Yeah, I think... Right, call it there. Off you go, Von. Pick as a winner. So, next mission, whilst we were doing all of that excitement, I've got it, we're going here. So I'm going to be trying to use these areas as my dumping grounds. And a more permanent dumping ground than normal. So let's put these choice items that we're not going to need right now there. We'll head round to that save point. So what those little houses are points that we can sleep at. Now, an important thing to know about this game is sleeping to the next hour of the game will restore you to full health. We can abuse that by making use of, so if it's 13:29, if we slept till 2 o'clock, we'll get full health back, which means that we shouldn't need much in the ways of health items and all these lovely bits and pieces. However, we can't do anything else with them, so we might as well use them to save time. Well done, dude. Congratulations. So, what I'm doing here, this is a big part of the game, is using your probes to negotiate these fields of nastiness and try not to get hit. Another big part of the game is using these to scan areas to find artifacts. Some of them are quite valuable, those ones we're not interested in. Some of them have uses, most of them are rubbish, but there's one or two that are good. Working your way through these anomaly fields, and the way it works is blue means that you are in the wrong direction, green means you are in the correct direction, and the quicker this is flashing, the better you get, the closer you're getting to the prize. So I would say it's about there. Lovely. Now, unfortunately, if I'm right, this one not so useful. So this one, I'll show you what it does though. This is one that I would definitely sell. This one you can press and hold, because people might not know this, I don't know. But, yeah. So basically what this one allows you to do is leave footprints. Now, my problem with this is, well, that doesn't really help me, and I'm likely to go, oh, what? Whose footprints are these? When I think that they're not mine, and just follow them round continuously in circles. So that artifact for me potentially could be a massive problem and a time sink. I don't need this. I don't think anyone else would need that either. So, and because we can't sell it, that's a dead item for us, so we'll just leave it be. Now that's a nasty little enemy. Nasty little enemy, but also one of the easiest to deal with, which hopefully I'll be able to show off in just a second. One of the other things that I forgot to mention on this game is in the recent update, there is the ability to teleport instead of smooth walk. There are a lot of options. Where did he go? Down there, look. There are a lot of options for comfort. One of them, lots of vignettes and various bits and pieces. And you can also... We should really save ammunition whilst we've got time, shouldn't we? Ready? Been practicing this. Yes! Saved some bullets. Seeing as they're a finite resource. And that's silent as well, which means that the enemies won't come in on us, although he's got other ideas. So these ones, the spawn, can be quite a tough enemy to deal with, but simple sidestepping although at this rate these knives are not going to last too long. Yeah, we're going to do another giveaway at the hour mark, hour and a half and 2 hours. In the meantime, I'm going to try and survive out here. So, simple side steps with spawns. So that's the other thing I'm going to be doing as well, is, you know, just to keep things as reasonably interesting. Here's as many tips and tricks as I can give you as a new player. Spawns can be a massive pain in the bottom, but sidestepping basically means that they get to a point where they can't hit you as long as you are going at a certain speed. So a simple sidestep, wait for them to lunge at you, they then hit the floor, finish them off easy. Or panic, that's the other way to deal with them. Faff around the place, drop magazines, ammunition, knives, but you can see that in any other stream. Not in this one. Woo! Need those. There are Easter eggs. There are... Oh, it's full. Damn. Ooh. See what we're gonna do. Yeah, I know, right? Who panic? Take that as well with us. 7.6251. Maybe. So there's going to be lots of things that we're going to be sorting out back at home base. And we're going to be getting rid of, or not at home base. So we're going to be using these points as like a little checkpoint areas. Places that we can have a little sleepy if we need to get our health back and just dump stuff that we don't need is the plan. The only thing that I might need to buy, I can't remember if there's a security mission, because it's the top priority in security missions that are tied to your progress, is the gas mask, because all of the armour, and gas mask is considered armour in the game, is only purchasable by the shop. You can't scavenge it in the radius, which is a bit of a pain because there's times I think when you have to go into that nastiness there, and a gas mask is all we would need. G17 is good, and G17 I would take, but if I remember rightly, it is in bad condition, and one of the things that I'm not going to be doing is using the repair locker back at base to repair a not so great item. What we like on points. You don't need to replace gas mask filters, but you do need to repair them periodically. Okay, so it looks like pistol's going to be good tonight. Didn't even need that follow-up shot. So what we're going to do here, those are mimics. Those are enemies that are mimicking the various security forces and armed forces of the Pachorsk district or county. There's most likely going to be more. And that white noise radio that you can hear is one of these. Now I think these are classed as a, well, I class them as an anomaly, but they might be classed as an enemy. But these are, I think these are called rifts. And basically what they do is they spawn enemies. So as soon as you hear them, they are the first thing that you want to come for. And they're so simple to deal with, one knife hit. Problem is, this is really good for money, but no good to us. Damn. Waiting for that to happen. Worst knife throw ever, and I might have just lost my knife as well. Now, these ones are a little bit different to the strolling... Oh, no, they're not mimics, are they? Spawn... Fragment. These are a little bit different to the normal fragments. See how they are much lighter. These are phantoms. They go down a lot quicker, and they don't have the black hole that you need to kill after them. I mean, I want to agree with you, but if I remember rightly, this one's at least yellow condition. It might be red. But yeah, I'll show it off anyway, because, you know, it's worthwhile knowing where these things are. Up there, round here, down here, you can get this gun right from the start, and it is quite the boon. But that's not looking great. No, it's no good to us. So we would be able to fire this, but we can't clean it manually. Which means that, I mean, it's a bit of a... I might try and use it. Problem is, this is going to cause a lot of jams. There we go. In you go. So the problem when you have a low condition gun... Has it already got one in? Or is that not for it? G17. G17. No, that's not the right pistol. That's not the right pistol. There it is. So we will still be able to use this, but once you get to orange condition, which is just below yellow, you cannot repair this any better. So even when we have all the things that we need for cleaning, we're still going to have to keep on top of our cleaning, because if the gun ever goes to here, it is then basically on a downward spiral. Jamming in this game is definitely a thing. I don't want it to happen to me, so I'm going to try and avoid it. Let's see if we can get some jams whilst it's not too nasty. I've been playing too much of Light Brigade. Well, there is... I mean, if you wanted more fun, I can put the jam thing up. That's something that I was planning on doing, but I forgot to do. That'll definitely make this nastier. Now, this is not something that I would recommend if you are new to the game, but I intend on doing a lot of work at night on this game. And the reason being is because the way the game loop works is the longer... first and foremost, whilst you're out in the radius, time passes much quicker than when you are back at home. Yeah, I'm sure I've got another one. Light Brigade is... I have mixed feelings about it, but yes, it is very good. It's a very good game on the Quest. Obviously, being a mobile platform, it is let down a lot, I think, by the graphics. That's not to say it's bad. Is that one of the ones that we need? I think it is. Oh, this is going to cause issues. There was a time when you used to be able to put that on and put it in your pack, but you can't do that anymore. No. Just crawling around in the dark. Let's have a look. Black Grass is a lot of fun. Yeah, Light Brigade is very good. Long and short of it. Ooh. Ooh. These are all things I like, but I can't do much with them now. PPSH. I was hoping that this wouldn't turn into a PPSH stream like every other time I've played this through has, but Light Brigade is a roguelike shooter. It's very good. Very, very good. I have my reservations on the graphic side of things because I know a lot of people, i.e. the PC Master Race, really like their graphics. And why shouldn't they? But that one seems to have definitely suffered in the graphics department coming down to the Quest. But it's like, you know, I do love the PPSH way too much. It's like I would much rather play the game at poorer graphics than not play the game at all. Yeah, I was under the impression, having done the little guides for them, that they are. Yes. One of the things I might do on this... The AUG is orange. That's one of the guns that we are going to be going after. You're not wrong. Most of them are in rubbish condition. But there's one or two that I may or may not have memorised to make sure that I know to go and get them. I don't think we'll get that far. And there's no point making a run for those until we've got some ammunition for them. And I know the AUG is chambered in 5.56x45. Probably going to need some snacks by now. Anything in here? No. So one of the other things is the darker this games get, the lesser you guys will be able to see, obviously, with it getting dark. So I may try and keep on top of that by keeping the light level higher so that you can see. So you guys can see what I'm actually doing, because this game does get pretty dark. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's this guy on YouTube who's done, like, quite a lot of videos. Ooh, more things. Ooh, lovely. Grenades. Grenades can be an issue. try not to keep... In fact, we don't need to keep any boxes of buck on us. So what I'm doing here is I'm layering the very bottom of my pack with all the buckshot that I can fill it with, because dipping. And let's deal with him before he becomes a problem in the morning. Ooh. You're a bit invisible, aren't you? Like, you guys probably can't even see that, right? How many shots do you want to take? Bit much, isn't it? Faffing begin. Again. Right, so what is it on this? Not a cow. There we go. That was a jam. It's not going so well. Didn't think that was empty. This is costing me a lot of life. So, this is part of the problem that I have with games where they insist on using grip to do this when it should be trigger. And I've been playing, as I said, a lot of Light Brigade. And also they've got the wrong button to eject mags. Yeah, that guy is very noisy. Right. I'm not... Normally, so as I said, normally I would advise not to sleep. But if I'm constantly playing this absolutely black murk, you guys won't be able to see anything that's going on. What we will do, though, and we now kind of need a heal. Oh, there's some cigarettes down here. Hey! And the knife. Best way to get peas. No, that way, that can go there, that go there, and that can go in there. Right. See what we're doing. So, yeah, let's keep this in the morning time. The problem with doing it this way is the longer the time goes on, the tide resets the entire game. This will get us all of our life back, so this isn't efficient, but I'm trying to keep it light so that you guys can, you know, see this glorious little game. Where did our fags end up? Did they end up in there? Probably. We're gonna need one by now anyway. Don't need that. Do need that. Right, let's get rid of some of this stuff that we don't need. Don't need that. Don't need that. Want a spare. Want one of those to carry stuff in. Don't need that at the moment. Probably going to need those. That can be saved. Don't need that right now. Can't do anything with it. We'll smoke to get our stamina back, so we'll keep that. Got a spare knife there. Gonna have to be even better on my organisation than normal, which is usually fucking terrible. That there. So note as well how I'm... Oh, get in the light. Don't drop the torch. Let me put it in. Thank you. Climbing ladders in the dark. Come on now. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, that's still pretty dark for 6 in the morning, isn't it? I think we need another couple of hours. Right, 2 seconds. Let me have a look. Energy drinks just do normal, stamina and fatigue recovery. Saiga does suck a little bit. Cleaning artifacts. That's an interesting way to do things. Right. Still not looking so light. That's better than it was. Let's go with that. Yeah, we're not going to be doing a lot of selling in this one. So, now, again, a recent little discovery of mine is, or something, I'm sure it's known, but something that I've found out for myself is, as far as your stamina side of things is concerned, consuming a whole cigarette basically recovers 1 dot. Now, hello, Beanie. Now, as far as cigarettes are concerned, they're numerous, they're cheap, they can take a long time to smoke, but if you take them out like any good smoker would on the exhale and then reapply the cigarette, you are good to go. Because cigarettes replenish stamina, because why wouldn't they? Anyway, but it'll do its own thing by itself, but you can speed it up if you do the correct action, which is a nice attention to detail. Ow, that wasn't. Those are one of the anomalies within the game. The little boxes, the box ones, there's the distortion ones that knock you flying, and then someone will tell me what the name is, the rectangular ones, I can't remember. They'll just hurt you, but they also degrade the condition of weaponry that you have as well. Smoke another. A lot of the enemies you can hear coming, which could be a problem with this kind of stream. Is it not time for the next giveaway yet? I could have done a little sparkler for you all. No. I mean, we should take those, shouldn't we? It's another one of those items. I can't remember if there's anybody up there in this one or not. Oh, we still need to go and actually complete the mission. Take the tea kettle with us. That's definitely going. Well, that's probably unserviceable now with a hole in it, isn't it? Feel like these sort of items... Right, hang on. I'm just going to do a quick bit of science and then we'll carry on with the mission. Because if I'm going to be making homes, I want them to feel homely. And being British, what's more homely than a teapot, right? So, I don't know if these items, if you move them around in the radius, are saved. But here's a good way to find out. And obviously, like any good British person, I will have my teapot on the porch. On the porch of my house. That is a good question. That is a good question. Why did I put them there? Because if you have this empty and dip into a pouch full, ta-da! Very realistic. Don't know if anyone's ever tried to reload an ammo bandolier on various weapons, but dipping it near shells does it automatically. Happy days. It makes a reasonably good talking. It makes a reasonably good weapon even better. Now, we need to keep on top of our stamina here. You'll see my health and you'll also see my stamina. And the yellow little dots denote the stamina that I've lost. Each yellow dot is about 10%. And so smoking replenishes that. I mean, food and drink does also, but, you know, smoking. Looks cool, right? But remember, kids, if you don't start smoking, you never have to stop. Although we are going to be chain smoking throughout the entire run because stamina. Yeah, it's a really good one for the Mosin, actually. So this is where our mission is. This is black grass. you need to put light on it to stop it growing. If you don't keep your light on it and it's out as you pass through it, it'll damage you. I've definitely seen people put shotguns on scopes on shotguns. No, it's good, it's good. You guys might not be able to see it. It's still there because actually no, you should be able to see it. But it's still going. Hang on, am I on the right mission? Yeah, I'm not going to be using the headlamp because you have to buy it. No ashtray. The radius is my ashtray. Total recall, find the yellow... Right, okay, that's something worth noting. Most times when I've done it, it's back here. It's over there now. Oh, with a lovely little packet of cigarettes. It's like the game knows us already. Now we have storage for our cigarettes. One of the things that I know players have asked for of the game is some kind of side mount for a cigarette packet. Got any cigarettes in here? I mean, yeah, for the amount that I'm going to be going tonight, probably. Right, that's what we need. We'll go back to base with that. Let's try and stick it on the edge so I don't have to dump my entire life. Now, this is going to be one of the other problems as well, is normally I like to play this game with my cigarettes close to my heart, because that's where cigarettes should be, right? Now, I don't think we're going to be doing much in the ways of artifact hunting, so that can go in there. The knife can go there. That can go there. Yeah, Iron Man mode is... Iron Man mode is definitely a mode that I want to cover at some point, but as you can probably appreciate, stream-wise, when I think Iron Man, I think die and dead. Iron Man in this is you just can't do much on the saving side of things. So, you know, you can self-impose the rules like I'm doing with various other things. Right, let's head back to base. Do we need to loot here? I mean, I suppose we should have a quick look. The price of 6 in this game is, well... It's pretty bad in this game, but in a... and as far as... Ooh. That we're having. Cool. As if I'm going to remember you saying 5 minutes, Von. That's not going to happen. Ooh. That we need. Well, yeah. Oh, that's a shotgun shell. We've actually got a problem with that. If I was going to do one of those streams, is that another game has come out that I intended on dumping some time into. But how do you turn them on from there? Because I don't know if that's... I don't know if you can do that on the Quest one. I've seen people turn it on and then put it into the pouch, but then it turns off. And I'm sure you used to be able to do it, but again, maybe it's a capability that the Quest hasn't got. Right, packet of cigarettes back there. Lovely. Let's take that because we need it. We're going to need another sleep at this rate. These are worth good money. Not anymore, because we don't need to worry about money. These are also worth brilliant money. Not for us. Smoke grenades. Yes. Yeah, I'm sure it did in a previous iteration, but yeah, as you said, I have tested it because I'd definitely do a video on it if it was a thing, but it is not. Which is a pain, because you used to be able to... I'm sure you used to be able to turn them on and put them on a surface. I know that you can do that on the weaponry. Let's put that there. Right, there we go. Mission accomplished. Let's get back to base. Maybe. Hey, look, you asked for the job, dude. Pay was never discussed. So one of the things to note about the game as well, and we're kind of saving ourselves some work here, is by killing enemies within an area that we're going to be spending a lot of time in, which we are probably going to be spending quite a lot of time looting absolutely everything that's going in this map, is that they will not respawn until the tide comes back in. Or until the tide comes back in. Should really explain a little bit about the tide. In the settings that we have, every 4 days, basically something comes through the entirety of every map and wipes it, which means it resets all the loot and all the enemies. The harder difficulties you put on, the lower the tide time comes. Ooh. There's also other difficulty settings, like more random ones of these. I think we will use some health here just in case, just to make sure we don't die to anything silly. And whilst we're here, so this is another, these artifacts regenerate health, which we will use now just to top us off. These are good, but in my opinion, you should always sell these, I think. And the reason being, well, I'll argue the point in just a moment. Turn that off. Is that these you can dump and heal in combat and continue to combat. These you have to hold a button, which means taking up a hand to use. And if you've got time to do that, then you've got time to go and sleep. Is the long and short of it. Hello, Sean. Sure, I heard a question in there somewhere. Paid in cigarettes, yeah, definitely. Right, back home. Ooh, good job I checked that. So this one's starting to get low on condition, which could become quite the problem. Bloody racking. Have I said about it? I mean, you can say about it. But yes. I would agree with you, but if it was one big map, then us questers wouldn't be able to have this awesome experience. And if I remember rightly, you guys can switch back to that as well. Are we saying nudge, Vaughn? Thank you, Norb, but I need to wait for obviously Vaughn to be ready. All the nudging. Okay, let's go then. So, right, you have until I go back, sort out the quest, and come back out again. Get those backpacks, school satchels, or whatever it takes for you to type in the emojis to get that to come up. Post them in the chat for your chance to win a copy of the game. I'll do some smoking on the way as well. Another cool thing about it as well is if you don't want to completely finish the cigarette, and you should, you can hold the cigarette and press the trigger to flick it away in disdain for smoking, and then quickly go and pick it back up again because you need that one last drag. Look at this. Is that a piece? It is. And this is how we deal with waste in the radius. Chuck it over a wall, let somebody else deal with it. All about recycling. I'm going to have a virtual gaff. Very soon. Well, I'm starting to put one together. Oh, come on, Beanie. You must want a copy of the game. Get School Satchel in there, fuck's sake. So, yeah, again, I'm going to try not to use any of the space. Oh, that's no good to us. I mean, just in case we lose one. Normally, I'd just sell that. Carl, I'm hearing backpack, which means that you are not putting the right thing in. Ooh. That would be awesome. I am making sure that they put a grip to hold in the or in at least the quest. I'm sure they'll put it in both, but I'm trying to make sure they put a grip to hold in Light Brigade because it hasn't got the option at the moment. And although I don't use, I hold everything with the grip button, but I know people like to play, and some people, as I know Sean, is forced to play with grip toggle. For the SCAR, I can tell you now. What's it on? That one, or is it one up? SCAR will be 7.62 by 51. It's the same as the weapon ammunition, so it's 7.62. Which, to be fair, you could be confused because that's basically a SCAR from what I understand it, even though it's labelled differently. But the SCAR, I think, can be chambered in either. I'm sure some military buff will correct me there, or what have you. Right, so that needs to go in there. Delivery. There we go. There we go. Bosh. Done. So that is another security level done. Now, we are going to start having a problem because I've been a bit... Oh no, we're not too bad. Haven't been a bit silly yet. We need to keep on top of this, and we can only do that by getting a ramrod. I have got toilet paper. I need a ramrod. CPH is the worst, but there's with a lot of weapons that it can be done. Oh, is it okay, FN-17 SCAR. Hey, I'm a simple guy. I know what an L85 is, and an LAE, and an LAE-1, and an SA-80. I know my British weaponry, but not those. But yeah, CPH or CHP, the copper hollow point rounds, I think it is, or something along those lines. For the weapons that can use them, they do pack a fair punch, but there's obviously a drop in damage. They are a good one to use if you are going into like the first area where the enemies are not going to have armor and are pretty much going to be one or two shotted anyway. I know some of these snipers, I think, are chambered in that.
Active mission is not confirmed.
Always go into the radius with a mission. Some guy online said that somewhere once. Good job I got warned. I was too busy chatting. So, bosh. Well, the one thing that I can say, because I haven't done a lot of experimentation with CHP, no point taking this because I can't buy cameras. I'll probably impose that on myself, because then I have to do more actual interesting missions as opposed to running around taking picky wicks. But yes, CHP's or CPH or CHP, it's not ideal. You'll always have plenty of FMJ left lying around or left over from when you've upgraded to something, or you'll be using FMJ anyway. I don't think the price reduction is worth it. The one thing that I will say is always buy in big boxes as opposed to small boxes because it's cheaper. If you times, so you get 30 rounds in a box and you get 300 rounds in a big box, and if you times the 30 rounders by 10, you will find that the price is more than 300 rounds in one big box. Plus the big boxes are a little bit more convenient and nice to store. Right, end it there, pick as a winner, Von, as I go back out into the radius. Oh, water break. On. Now then, all of the missions that we've got are all in and around the right kind of area. We need to do these missions before the next security level or top priority missions turn up. Nice one, Blue. Yeah, you definitely need to get into this one, Sean. And it's definitely accommodated. Well, you are accommodated for with the with things. Hey, Fee. Yes, we are doing a living off of the radius. Well done, Beatrix. We are doing a living off the radius run, so the only thing that I plan... That I know, right? Yeah, I should have just smoked a real cigarette. I don't have any. The only thing that we're doing differently from previous runs, this is on normal mode, and I'm doing a living off the radius run. So the only times that we're going back for anything at home is, well, the stuff that I can loot from the house, but I'm trying to avoid the well, I'm going to avoid the Christmas tree. We have done so far. And yeah, we're just going home for missions, basically. Take a read of the description, but I'm sure Vaughn will... Well, no, I am going back to Vano because I want to keep it... I want to keep it advancing by doing the security levels, but we're not going to be buying anything, basically. The only thing that I might have to buy, and this is part of the reason why I'm still going back to Vano, is the gas mask. Because if... Oh, no. Oh, I have got one. That was lucky. I know where this one... Oh, he says. There it is. I can go back in there. That is a mission one, so that one we do need to keep. But yeah, I know that you can play this without having to go back to Vano, and I would do that, but I want to have some sort of progression within this. I like sandbox modes, but this game... for me is about progression. Otherwise, the min-maxer in me will be like... The min-maxer in me, Fee, would be like, why would I leave this area? I'll just keep on resetting the tide and live here. That I can do. I don't think they're trying to say it's better than IDU. They're comparing it. A lot of people are saying that if you like IDU, that you'll like it. And... that is true. Content-wise, I think it's there, and they plan on doing a lot of work. Graphics-wise, it is not there. Not on the Quest standalone. I can't comment on PC version, because I haven't obviously played that. But, I don't know. It's, again, we're going to be, well, for those of you who are interested in the Light Brigade, we are going to be doing a live stream giveaway on Wednesday. So, I've put a lot of time into the Quest version. I intend on putting a bit more in before I play it. Oh, yeah, so yeah, I'm doing a no Vano run. I've just seen no Vano is also not accepted, like, not going there at all. Because technically you're going back to Vano for missions. But then, you know, we've got to keep the game progressing somehow, haven't we? Hello, Op. I know, but I don't want to have to risk it. As I said, the gas mask might be the only thing that I'll buy, because I think there's a security level where you need it, which is not this one. We did miss one. What have we missed? M2. Oh, it's only a sample container. Let's go back there and find it. Oh, we're good. Ooh, we could probably do with keeping on top of our ammunition as well. No, that is not the right chamber. There we go. Oh, let's do it in that one first. Now, I am going to try and keep... No, let's do that the other way. Well, stick around for the next give. Oh, no, actually, you've already got this, haven't you? Of course you have. Let's track down this mission. So it is yonder. Hey! That wasn't too difficult to find. So that's another mission, another item that we need to return. So if I try and keep them in that sort of region. Oh, this is going to get me killed. I'm going to stick with the PM for now. Alright, quick smoke. Right then. Last one. Over there. Yeah. I mean, the way that this game works as far as organisation is concerned is getting everything... what I usually do is I place the items that I need or are going to need or keep stock of, like med pens and such for health and ammunition that I need and stuff, around the outside so that you can easily see it, and then usually stash all of the stuff that isn't needed or interesting or that I'm going to sell, don't need that, in the middle. But the problem is I'm probably going to need everything that I'm carrying, so yeah, that's what we've got storage wise. That's what we're working with. Ooh, that sounds like something's around. Yep. Ow! That's something that can happen randomly with these anomalies, is they can randomly shoot out lasers. Yeah! It would be crazy, wouldn't it? That was what I was looking for, someone mentioned. On PSVR, I don't have a PS5, I don't have PSVR 2, so I am not invested. I have had a PlayStation 5 already and sold it. And it was just because I found that A, it was taken away from my time in VR on this, and B, there wasn't anything new really that took my interest. I mean, what have we had on the PlayStation 5? We've had Elden Ring. I mean, you know, there are things, but there hasn't been a lot that would have taken my interest. Elden Ring would have, but I've done that kind of game a lot of times before. I've done Dark Souls a lot of times before. Damn it. Oh, these are some shoddy shots. I mean, it is a piss. That was terrible behaviour. One more. How far off is this? That is not calibrated very well. Or someone's a shit shot. Right, let's get a bit closer. Stay a little low. Not you. Not you. Bloodborne's good. I've played Bloodborne all the way through. Oh dear. Right, let's deal with that guy first. Then you're not going to get out of the way. Are you there? Yes, you're there. Right, this is going to make... I mean, we're starting to run out of ammunition pretty fast. That's a lot of fun. Damn it. Oh dear. Okay, we're in trouble. Hopefully I can find all these magazines. Even though I can't see it, as long as I'm strafing, I'm good. Ow. Ow. I'm gonna need that. I have to charge you down, because I can't even see you. Hold still, pal. Woo! Oh, that's a good shout. Completely forgot about that. Should have had the old solids. Tell you what, I didn't even think about shotgun. Well done, whoever suggested that. Here's me trying to preserve what ammunition I have, but the shotgun, that'll do the trick. Now, I think we're going to have to deal with matey up top in a minute. Knife, knife, knife. Lovely. Issues with seeing things. Well, it's dead. That's good. Yes, I just did hit myself in the face. Right, that one's one that we need. Yeah, sorry, Beanie, I didn't know what you were talking about. They know. They know. I've been told that I'm allowed to say. So, yes. We're going back. We must have done something right. Or maybe I did something right and wasn't as bad as whatever it was that Beanie did that was wrong. Right, we don't need that because that's got... Oh, no, it's got loads in. Oh, we'll definitely need that. I got a fucking mockingbird for you. Lovely. Oh, P+. Oh yeah, they do stuff like that on occasion. Well, we're going back to, well, Bite Dance, yeah, he's, yeah, basically Pico, but, ooh, is that the, yeah, that's the 0 one. We're done with that. But, yeah, we've been invited back. There's an itinerary and a reason to be going this time, but again, a lot of it is NDA, I think, so we'll see what happens. I think they're both creepy. My only problem with a Pico at the moment is I'm quite heavily invested in Meta's side of things, in that I have a massive library and it isn't transferable. I can go. But there we go. Let's get out of here. So that's all things accomplished. There's me trying to tap the headset on. There is another little secret down here, which has got some ammunition for us of varieties that we need. There it is. From the police station. I think that's a police station. It's a bit of a rubbish one, but there's always loads of police officers there. From there to here, this car, loads of stuff in it. Well, loads. Things that I need. Not particularly great. But we'll take them. Yeah, I mean, we're going up there to try and stay on top of things. Wow. We have done, Gabriel, that's fine. There's a couple left to go. That can go. That is not the right ammunition. That is. He's joking. No, we're never going to find that bullet. Oh, no. Hey! There we go. Wow, how exciting. All this ammunition. It's so great. We'll keep on stuffing that pouch, because that's all good. More in here. Yes, there is. That can go in there. Sort all of that out later. No. Sure, there's another 7.60 by 25 mil. No. Okay, cool. What a mess. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, it's... Yes, I like the TT a lot. I always get the TT. And always play with nothing but the TT. No, that's cool, man. Hey, you're here to look, there's two reasons why you're hopefully here, to win a key and to watch the game. So you've got to ask about one. And I do like answering questions, and that qualifies as a question. So don't worry, dude. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. As I said, I will tell you now, Light Brigade is a fantastic game, but I'm not impressed in the graphics department. But I am impressed enough in every other department that doesn't matter. If I said to you that back in the day, see, this is another thing as well. The whole PC master race argument that is all going on is like, you get games on the PC because you want amazing, beautiful graphics, right? Now, I've always been a gameplay over graphics kind of guy, so as long as the gameplay is good and engaging and I can see what I'm doing and it doesn't make my eyes bleed, I am happy. Now, Light Brigade does not make my eyes bleed, but it's not beautiful. It's not what we're used to with some of the higher-end games that I've seen on Quest 2. But the gameplay for me and what I like in a rogue light game is there in bundles, absolute bundles. So, but again, I know a lot of people like to have good graphics on their game, which is why I'm going to be honest with my review or my first playthrough of it. I think it's a fantastic game, but the graphics on the Quest 2 did not impress me. I have been told that the Quest 2 it was built on the Quest 2 originally, so it was built on the Quest 2 and then upgrade and then scaled up for PSVR, PCVR, as you would expect. So it's been built with the Quest in mind. Let's get one of those down there, and let's deliver that one. No, we have. Oh, find the broken shard. Yes, we have done that one. There we go. Bosh. So the normal gameplay loop of this, find the neon. I stole it there. There we go. And so the normal gameplay loop would be do the missions, collect the stuff, get the money, upgrade your character through using the upgrades. So there's a lot of things that by playing this way through I'm missing out on. I'm not able to upgrade weapons, which means I can't make them better and add attachments. Some of these things I do have the correct security level to buy. I'm not going to be buying them. I can heal myself in here. Even if I had the option to, I wouldn't because it's expensive. But I've also got the ability to sleep and heal. All we're coming back here for is cheeky little things that are left lying around the place that I might pick up if I ever need them, but I don't see that happening. We do also seem to have an infinite cigarette. I'd love to know how I get this. I'm going to get rid of it, though, because kind of defeats the object of doing these kind of runs. I want stamina to be an issue. I want to have to manage these things. There we go. There's a top priority, fixing the leak in village. So let's get that one done. Now, because we are just aiming for the top security mission levels, we'll just go for those for now. Was that... Hang on, did you say WW as in, does that mean some kind of winking? Oh, no, just... Oh, okay. Sorry, Vaughn, misunderstood. I was rambling and heard half a bit. Can't... well, I suppose I could use that, but I'm not going to. Yeah, make sure you know what you can do. Right, what we'll do is we will, you know what, because these are, oh, they're not that heavy. Steady. What about these? They're not that heavy either. How much condition have we got left? Not a massive amount. Get this used up, I think. I mean, it does work quite well in this game, though. Right, Got a little bit more in that. Let's go. Oh, we didn't really need to waste that because we were going to go and do some sleep anyway. Because you don't want to see this in the dark. You can play it in the dark all by yourself. You don't need me to show it off. Definitely the way to play, though. So the reason why I think it's a good idea to play in these low light conditions, it is a bit dangerous, but if you're familiar with the game, it's a good shout, is it saves you time overall. And saving time is what we want, because the less often the tide comes in, the less often we have to fight all of the nasty stuff that we've killed. However, in this style of run, we might need the tide to come in more often than usual, because it also resets all of the loot. And if it resets the loot, that's all the stuff that we're allowed to get. I'm doing a reasonably good job of avoiding these anomaly fields because we haven't got the random ones on, which means that anomalies are always in the same place. However, now Beanie can't give nudges. He doesn't count. Might have mod status, but he's not mod. Got that because he's a super bright community manager. Mumble. Oh, I tell you what, that's a point we could do with sorting that situation out as well. Let's keep smoking. Right, what we saying then, Von? Are you ready? Yeah, it's like, you know, when you go out and then when you go out. He's a mod, but he's not a mod. Cool, right, next giveaway. You have until a predetermined time, as I think I've heard enough backpacks. So get them in the chat. Let's hear it. Or purses if you're a mod, yeah. Or already have the good game. Right. Now, I'm glad we left that tea kettle there, because otherwise I wouldn't remember to come back to here, would I? This is going to be fun. Trying to do this in the dark. So, this is part of the reason why using that was an absolute waste, because I knew I was coming here to sleep to get it back to daytime. So I could have avoided using that, but I think we've got more than enough, if I'm honest. Alright. I could really do with a little bit more light than this. Ah, well. It's not like climbing ladders in the dark is dangerous. There we go. Now I did. We still haven't got the light. Normally things like this aren't a problem because you would operate during the day. And you wouldn't really be playing this the way that I'm playing it, where you have to really manage what's going on in your inventory at all times, or not as fine as I'm having to do. Right, let's get some of these refilled. Keep getting those satchels in if you haven't already, if you want to be in with a chance of winning a copy of the game. The other thing that I will say as well, that I don't think I've mentioned up until this point within the stream, is that getting this on the Oculus store, normally I keep those as well because you can sell them for $5 in the shop, but even when they're empty. But for the purposes of this, I'm trying to keep things reasonably, well, yeah, tidy. So there you go. I think nobody has ever said that something like that looks tidy, except me, of course. But yeah, if you win a copy of this, obviously you can redeem it through the Meta store for the Oculus Quest 2, but that also unlocks you a copy for Meta's PC VR store. So if you're connected via PC VR to the Quest or Rift, then you get that one unlocked as well. So it's a cross-buy title. So... yeah, that'll do it. End it there, Von. There's only a few in, but I think I've heard enough. That'll do. Right, so full life. Need to do some smoking. Let's have one of those as well. Need more cigarettes. Now, we'll carry on. I have done that, and I found that doing that is often what causes the shop to crash, in that you then have to reload the game before you can sell additional things if you put items in there that are mission specific. So no, it won't allow you to save them, but it doesn't half seem to mess up the shop a lot of the time. Ow! He's up there! I didn't think he was up there for a minute. Now, these are lightning anomalies, and they are fucking harsh. So avoid them like the plague. And, oh, well done, Vega. Excellent job, dude. I always like to hear the regs get in the games. Alright, let's get this guy. Whoa. Lovely. These don't really do much favours. They have information and songs on them. And these do us favours, though. Have I got another box? Yes, I have. Lovely. Right. Ooh, there's something that we haven't got a chambered ammunition of. Stickers? My school satchel's all good. I did, to be fair, I put backpack as the word in the description because that was the easiest way I found whilst you were in the search to bring up the symbol that I want you to press. But it reads it out as satchel or to me, so backpack, satchel, one of the two. We haven't saved it yet. I probably should. I don't intend to have to use a save. Well, if I walk into that, I will be. Let's go round that. Ow, that really hurt. So you know that bit, good job I saved. Jesus. Thankfully, this isn't an Iron Man run. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is quite how quickly you can be killed out here by the lightning radius. If this was an Iron Man, well, we'd have to end it there, and I've still got a key to give away, so we better reload. That was a well-placed save, jeez. So that is another feature of this game as well, is because you can save and reload at any time, if you do anything particularly badly, or have a silly little moment whilst you're chatting away, you can just reload. And you can kind of, not, well, I suppose it is kind of safe scumming a little bit. I definitely went down this way and didn't get electrocuted last time. That's terrible. But, does happen. This is why we don't do Iron Man runs. I think it's the only thing that's ever killed me. The problem with lightning anomalies is they can be instant killers. They can knock the things that you have out of your hands. If you have any grenades about your person, they hit them and explode and like kill you instantly, which is hilarious. I'm sure I went up this way. How it hit me from here. To go through them, the safest way is to actually throw one of those and then run through. But if you can avoid not having to go anywhere near them, that's the safest way. So, yeah. But throw one of those and actually activate it, and you have a couple of seconds, maybe? Oh, dude, thank you very much. No, it doesn't tell me about super stickers, but thank you anyway. Most appreciated. Hey, that means I knew it. So I took the super chats off, and I didn't think anyone would use super stickers. Really didn't. Thank you, Beanie, for proving me wrong once again. What is that? Interesting. Yeah, I honestly took the super chat side of things on because, yeah, I didn't want to lean into that, but thank you very much again anyway. And yeah, I can't distinguish them, I don't think. No, I don't want your money. I want YouTube's money, not people money. YouTube are not people. You are people. I don't want your money. No, that's a harsh way to say it. Any gifts are most appreciated. However, I want YouTube's money. If people really complain about it, I'll consider putting it on. But that was never my intention with my channel, to take real people's money off of them. I want YouTube's money. I know, right? It's strange for a YouTuber. I'm going to turn that super sticker off straight away. Hey, look, I'm just a guy who does videos and does giveaways. I do live in England. I do things, well, as those of you who've been watching me for a little while, I do a lot of things differently. So that's one of them. See, that's part and parcel of it, because I know that there's people that do have money and are probably happy to donate, and then there's people that don't. And I don't know, I just want everyone to be equal, or as best as. Communism! Oh, that's me demonetized. Oh well, maybe I can edit that out and I'll be fine. But no, for me, I like taking money off of big faceless corporations. So. And it's more sustainable. More sustainable that way as well. All part of the method within my madness. We don't even need to be out here looting. We need to go straight for Bolotny Village. Now, I want to try and avoid going through as much as that mess as possible, but I also want to loot my filthy little goblin heart out. Ooh, snacks. Those can go straight in the face hole. And we might as well top up with health because we're going into danger area soon. There we go. Yeah, I'd imagine it would do. But a lot of games that I play, like Light Brigade and IDU and Sweet Surrender and Compound, have always ever been just hands for me. And I know what you're saying about the immersion side of things. For me, the ones that have full body just seem to be a source of jank, I think. I mean, if you... well, in that case, then... I mean, the one thing that I did leave on, because obviously I want to give people a channel if they want to, is the super thanks thing. Because one of the things that I figure is none of my videos are ever going to be going anywhere, and if you want to donate, well, you've got your name up in lights forever on that video. And so, yeah, that's an option if you really, really had to. I didn't even consider the stickers thing. I thought I had to make my own stickers before that became an option, so well done, Beanie. God damn you for beating me at my own game. But then that's the other thing that I now don't like about super stickers is I don't know the difference between a normal sticker and a super sticker, so I don't know the difference between one who's been paid or not. Anyway, Bolotny Village. Goddamn outgaming me. What's that about the... Oh yeah, no, jankiness is correct. That is how I would spell jankiness. I've just had problems with it sometimes. Yeah, I've just had problems with the the full body thing within games. If it's an option, I usually turn it off. And again, a lot of Quest 2 titles, it's additional rendering power, so I'm quite happy for it. Again, that's immersive enough for me. I don't feel like I need to have my arms there, and whether it would make any difference or not. For those of you who are used to playing that way, then fair enough, because yeah, floaty hands does look a little bit shit, but as far as I'm concerned, as long as I am in the world and doing the tasks, then happy days. See, one of the things that I think that they should put in this game is you'll periodically see those ones just standing around doing nothing, and if you bump into them, they give you dialogue. They should definitely hide an enemy type within those, so you think it's just something that you can go and get some dialogue on, and it does the jump out. I've turned super chats off. You can't. Haha. That was a lot of ammunition. Hang on. Alright, just have a quick smoke and a drink. But immersion, Rob. Yeah, I know. Look, I'm doing enough for immersion, alright? I'm telling you now, stickers are going straight off after this. Well, there's more toilet paper. That's one of the things that we needed. Ooh, grenades. Now, I do want that, because that gives me a little bit more reach. I don't know, durability-wise, whether these are better. I know they're a lot heavier. Durability-wise, I don't know if they're better or if they do more damage. I just think they're a standard knife, but with a little bit more range. But more knives is always a good thing, just in case we get really low on ammo. We'll take one of those. I know, right? Well, I can't turn it on, so, you know. How's about if I have another cigarette, Katie? Will you then feel immersed? If I had cigarettes, this would probably be how often that I'd be smoking them. Ooh. Lovely. I didn't even know there was toilet paper on after the fall. Awesome. Right then. On. So as I've said in one of my videos, the way to get the most or the quickest out of a cigarette is out and in on the exhale, but leave it a second after the exhale before you take it out and then put it back in. I tell you what, hand sanitizer will probably be easier. Windlands, K2 and Von, and Fee as well, if you're still here. I want you three together for Windlands. Which, again, segues nicely into the other giveaway stream that we're doing. So we're doing Light Brigade next week, Wednesday, and then Windlands on next Saturday. I don't know how many copies of Light Brigade that I'm going to have to give away, but I'd imagine it'll be at least 3, I hope. And Windlands, we've definitely got 3 to give away. So, here comes the nasty. I don't want to have to... to be fair, I've got loads of shot... Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, you did say about that. Right. This is a waste, but at least it'll put it down in 1. Probably alert everything in the immediate area, but there you go. Right, this is going to be a little bit different, because I don't really use the shotgun a lot, but that's part of the reason why we're doing the run like this. Let's go! I don't think... A lot of you IDUers, as long as you're not too worried about graphics, I can't see anybody being disappointed in that game. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of content. Sucks to be you. Dip. And we're replenished. Lovely. Does make the shotgun a lot more viable. And as someone else was saying, the Mosin as well. A lot more viable. No, there's one more, I think, dude. Yeah, dude, don't apologise for asking. That's, that's part of the advertisement that I've done. Right, there is... Okay, I'll tell you what, Gabe, because you've said it twice now. I have what I believe is a life line. Or, no, that's a bad word, not a lifeline. That sounds stupid. A life philosophy. Don't ask, don't get. If you don't fucking ask for something, then you don't know or you won't get. And what's the worst that somebody can say? The worst, in my experience, that someone can say is no. Now, when most do I employ these sort of philosophies? When I'm getting these free game keys. Because I speak to the developers on the minds of what's the worst that they can say? Well, they could say no. The honest truth is, I ask a lot, I've got a tiny channel, and they often say yes. So, I haven't had many that have said no. I could name one. But we don't talk about that game. Well, that's not necessarily true. Don't ask, don't get. Because you could ask for a thing and not get given it. Whereas, if you don't ask... Well, you definitely won't get in that circumstance. If you ask, you might. This is a waste. Sometimes, with these, if you shoot close enough and straight enough, you can destroy the fragment and its accompanying black hole within it with a close buckshot round. I've never had it with a solid slug. I'm assuming that you can. I think it's to do with... not the damage that's done, but hitting the fragment and then hitting its inner a split second afterwards. Now, we do have to be careful because there's lots of nasty around here. Let's take that out quickly. Oh, come on. 2 hits. Hey, Beanie. This is why you all get to enjoy free game keys on my channel, alright? Don't knock the tactics, okay? Just because I'm the only one who's prepared to do it. Look, of all the people that I know to be pushy, you're probably pushier than me. Remember Pico's head office? I do. Let's wait for you guys. Come on. And leap. Nice move. Nobody puts silver in a corner. That's right. Where are you? You're around here. Always keep this reloaded to maximum if you've got the opportunity. Because 2 shots is never feels like it's enough. And there are certain things in this that will take more than 2 shots. We shouldn't be taking them on. If you could come a bit closer, that'd be great, but you're not going to, are you? So this is going to have to be a pistol jobby. Lovely. Happy with that. Not so happy with that. Playing Light Brigade. Ugh, it's the one thing that I have asked for. It's the other thing that I need to ask for as well, and this stream's actually reminded me, is they have grip to grab hold of that and pull, which is, it's not grip. Grip is for grabbing the thing, trigger is for doing the thing. Another top tip as well for this game, actually, if you ever don't know if you actually have a round chambered, you can cock the weapon halfway and have a look, and the graphic will actually show you whether there's a round in there or not, and we can see that there's a round in there, so we can let it go knowing that we're ready to fire. There's plenty of times where I've gone, have I got a round in there, or have I not got a round in there? I'll just cock it to find out. Well, that's a round on the floor then, when you might have to run, or lose it, or forget it, and it saves a little bit of faff. We've got plenty of time, so we'll pop a reload in. This is a big part of the game. I know it looks boring, but the fact that you have to do it yourself, I don't know, it's just something added to the game. If you took it out of it, I don't think it would affect the game very much, but because it's in it, it's something that everybody talks about. Some people hate it. I think the vast majority of people love it. I know I love it. Oh, secret documents, they're useless. Loot-de-loot-de-loot. And now there is another one of these hidden loot locations. Ooh, 9. That's going to have to go in the bag for later. Don't lose the torch. That will... yeah, we'll eat that. We'll pop that in for a smoke in a minute. Keep the chain going. Oh, actually, no, that isn't a secret document. That's the one that we need to hand in. Lovely. And then we'll hit up the secret, do a little bit more looting, and then I think it's time for home. Did I just drop that? Did I just drop my only torch? So, a lot of you may... damn it. A lot of you may be seeing that I'm struggling with the torch. And the reason being is because there is a much better item that comes available later on to sort out all of these issues. And that is the head torch. But that is a shop-only item. And if I'm forcing myself to not buy these items, I don't know, it could just lead to more faffing. Which, you know, that's always a good thing, right? The more we faff. Last one's probably going to be, I don't know, I can't check. Von will say, I'm sure. Soon-ish. There you go, 5 minutes. Sorry, Jules, what do you mean the one back at base? I mean, I know you can... Oh, being able to accomplish them from the... Oh, hello. Yeah, I would do that, and that would have been one of my top tips. But you can't do that on the quest version. I think it's too many light sources potentially for the quest to handle, and then it would die a death. I swear I was able to do it in the beta for the quest, but not anymore. Anyway, we don't really... There is a fucking spawn around here. That's an Easter egg. I'll show you how to get it. It's completely useless to us because we can't, it doesn't do anything. I mean, unless of course you like having glow-in-the-dark items at home base. In fact, that's a point. Glow-in-the-dark items back at our little checkpoints would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Not the greatest. Yep, definitely not taking my own advice there. Easy. Where did we put that? Hey, I'm happy for you... Sneaky boy. I'd be happy for you to repeat. Go on. Up here. You coming? You coming? They also have a tendency to get stuck on walls as well. So when they leap at you, they can get stuck into things. All of these shots are attracting a lot of attention. But yeah, go on, Jules. What were you saying about... let's put that there. Please don't drop through the ground. Are you saying about accepting... I can't even see... Oh, there you are. Are you talking about completing missions from the same console that you accept them from? Because that's probably a good point, I think. Would save me a little bit of time, but not much. Right, let's reload what's we've got a second. Losing light here as well. Got a free one. That's not how you reload guns, idiot. That can go. That one needs to be reloaded. Please don't. Nope. If this teddy weighs too much, it's not coming with us. Ugh, 0.4 of a kilogram to have a teddy bear in my base. Oh, what, you mean this one, Jules? Being able to complete missions from here? I mean, that could work as well. Again, that would save me having to go back to base ever. But yeah, it would have to be more laptop-y. Right. Any more? Yeah, if they converted that into a laptop, well, that's a bit dark. That could work. Hello, hello, loot. Hello. Pfft. Looking for loot and all I got was this crummy note. Oh well. Although those notes do lead to loot, but thankfully I know where it all is. Time to go home. Oh, there's sometimes it's worth checking in the bogs. Oh, there's something that we definitely want. Pocket lamp! I mean, it doesn't solve all of our lighting issues, but it does help. Now, that can go in there. Now, we constantly have a light source, but by lighting ourselves up, it can bring more things on you. So, got to be careful. And then, yeah, as far as grenades are concerned, not a fan. Because I throw like a girl. Or, no, I can't say throw like a girl, because Von's a girl and she throws really well. I throw like a... What throws really badly? I throw like a beanie. Beanie's never been able to throw an entire game or tournament in his life. He's well too competitive. See what I did there? But no, I mean throw. Not throw competition, throw. What throws really badly? Ooh, that we need. Yes, additional gasp indeed. I thought those were really good shots fired, though. Like, if you can't throw a tournament, you know, you would never. Oh, for the good of the community, I'm not going to compete. You'd never do that. All right, okay, yeah, you guys are just catching up. I got it. Yeah, that was shots fired, converted quick sharp into compliment. You better believe it. Shh. Yeah, but you can't ever speak it. You're not supposed to say these things. Oh. And dip. Oh, that's the only problem with the dip, is that you might get rounds that you don't necessarily want. But this is going to be something that I'm going to have to start managing, because these blue solid slugs, they don't have spread. They're just single shots, but they are our armor penetration. They're probably going to be the only armor penetration sort of thing that we have. Now, this gives us a quicker way to get back home. These here are the, once you've been through, it looks like it leads somewhere. Once you've been through, has Fawn already done one, has she? Okay, cool. See, I told you I'd get carried away. Right, you have until I can sort my life out back at base, get those backpacks or school satchels or whatever it comes up with in. Cool. I heard you. I heard you after the 7th nudge. Just. So yeah, get those backpacks in. I will leave it as long as possible. We haven't got much to do here. Just got to deliver. Oh yeah, forever. No, this is the last one, unfortunately. Part of the mission objective. What do you mean you don't want the bear? This is much more... This is much better than this. I'm offering you, for one time only, a radioactive bear, and you want the crappy book? It's just not on. Not on. Yeah, all right, K2. You made me check. So fair enough. I am listening, but I do have a tendency to rant. And or rave. Yeah, there'll definitely be an after party. I'd love to do Light Brigade for the after party, but I don't think I'm allowed to. So, and obviously I don't want to, you know, upset the apple cart as far as that's concerned. Take that. Take that. I don't want to continue Resi either, because that's something that I want to do as a separate stream. I'm trying to think what we could do in the after party, actually. I haven't got an awful lot. Oh, I have got a game that we could play. I'd have to get it downloaded, though. I'll have to check how much battery we've got left after the last giveaway. I mean, yeah, Broken Edge has got that Viking update. I do need to go and have a look at that. That is a stream that I will organise. That's not... I mean, I could take the Viking through its paces, but I'm sure you guys would like to see it when I'm well practiced and not a noob. Oh, yeah, I need to actually press the button. There we go. Right, level 2. Got loads of cash. Look, haven't spent any so far. And haven't had to either. I've probably made things a little bit harder. Yes, yeah, thank you. How do I type? I do remember, and they are on the way. Ooh, you need that one. Find the artifact. Did that say need gas mask? Which one was it? That one. That's going to be need gas mask. I haven't employed it yet, so I may try and remember that one. Yeah, Stride is fantastic. I do. The multiplayer on there as well. Me, Von, and John were having a great time on that one. Quite the workout, though. But yeah, the tips are coming. The tips are definitely coming. I've got more. Let's try that one. There's only one that we can't take here, which is the paparazzi ones, because can't buy camera, which seems like a bit of a stupid rule to enforce upon myself, but I'm taking that spanner. Better believe that's going in. Oh, don't tell me we can't take the spanner with us. See, I know if it doesn't go in the bag, then it's a no-no. Let's try and take this out to the radius and see what happens. I've never tried this before. This could be useful. End it there. Give that last key away, Von. Spanner, hoe. This will probably be left here and floating when we get back. Where do we need to go next? Just in case anyone wanted to know as well, the way you place objects... I'll do a tips video, a little 30-second one on this is... Oh, God, where's it gone? Uh-oh. Oh, almost lost the spanner. The way you make items float for if you ever need to do anything like stuff is if you get your map out and put it on the thing and then give it a good 5 to 10 seconds, it'll then start flashing as if it's an item that you've dropped, which they do anyway, and will float. So there you go. And well done, Gabriel. There's one. If you want to make... I don't know if it works with these items that you can't put in the gas in the backpack, but... Oh, yeah, there you go. Well, no, not so well. But yeah, you can make things float. I'll do a proper video on that one at some point. Let's see if we get to take the spanner with us and put it in the base. I doubt it. Right then. No. No. Yeah, that'll definitely happen, Vega. Don't worry. I have a plan on that front. I've got a way to try and give, or hopefully have a way to give lots of copies of Broken Edge away, because that's one that I can play, and I can play to a reasonable standard, and I can teach to a reasonable standard as well, which then ticks the boxes that I need. All these enemies have come back because of the mission. And yeah, I found that it's one of those games where just sat there and watching people play it gives me great joy and amusement. And obviously I can give tips from there as well. And as I've said to all of you lot as well, part of the reason why I try and do the teachy thing is because it makes me better. Or at least that's what usually happens. So you're all helping me out without really knowing it, because every great villain has a dastardly plan that no one sees coming, right? Actually, that's not true. Everybody knows what the major villain's plans are. There you go. One normal buckshot close enough in the right place will kill him. That's unfortunate. Well, it's very fortunate timing for you, not for me. Terrible shooting that was. Missed. Oh, I want to put that one back, really. Now let's put that in there, that one in there, and then do that, and then let's go in from the bottom. A little bit more. Lovely. But yeah, I have a plan. I'm going to try and get some keys out of the game. Yeah, get some guest stars in. I'm hoping to get Trebuchet, the creators of Broken Edge, to give up some keys, and my plan is to match them for the amount, because it's quite a cheap game and I don't see it going on discount, so I'm quite happy to spend some of my credit that I have on getting some copies of that game, because I'm all about value, and I wouldn't like to buy a game that then gets discounted. You need to die, but we need to go back to base before that. Ooh, missed those. Yeah, Norb jumped in as well. You've got to die. Ready? Lovely. There'll be other opportunities, don't you worry. My plan is to train enough of you up so that I can kind of be like the final boss in some sort of gauntlet. It's mainly going to be catchphrases and really bad fighting ability, like any true final boss would be like. But then I'm going to train you up to such an extent that I'll never have to fight again. Live off the video revenues. Cheers, Beanie. See you when you're my ride. Where did I put cigarettes? My only concern with getting people in on the after part, or for any of the live stream side of things, is how to differentiate. Because I think I've said before, I don't know, am I weird for saying this? Maybe I am. But I don't like live streaming whilst playing with other people, because I think I'm doing both parties a disservice. And I'd rather concentrate on one or the other. So it's definitely something that I plan on organising. Because the thing is, I could do like an Among Us stream and I could get all of you guys to come in on the stream with me. But then how do I manage chat? It's bad enough trying to talk to you lot at the best of times on chat, and then I've got to do it in game as well. I mean, I can only talk to so many people at the same time. At least with the headphones, I can I don't ignore anybody, but I do miss them sometimes. There you go, see? Indian with the important comments. But then that's the thing is, you know, I see a lot of people do streams where they're okay, one of the big things that I get commented on a lot is that I'm very interactive with the chat, and that's my intent, and I don't want to change that. Yeah, all right, I know. I don't know. Maybe it's something that I'll learn to get over myself on. Who knows? Right, Bear, you get to stay. That's actually going to be quite helpful. We'll tidy that up later. Gonna need to keep hold of that. Still haven't done anything with this PPSH, but I think it's... Oh, no, it's good enough, but we don't need to be carrying that around with us. Right, let's get some daylight up in this. Well, I don't know about awesome, but I think it makes me unique. Oh, you'll get a Broken Edge stream. I've just got to decide how I do it. Right, let's sleep till 9. Because I keep on sleeping till 8. The most money that I've had is during the video that I did, and it was like 63 grand, and even then, I still had a lot of stuff lying around. Let's get rid of some of this crud. Don't need that. We don't. We do want to keep another torch handy. Haven't used that yet, so that can go down there as well. Grenades, no good, because we're starting to get a bit heavy, which is starting to slow us down. What is that in? 39. Okay. That might come useful later. Don't think we're going to need those. This is fun, sorting it out in the dark. Oh, have you got an idea, have you? Intro idea. Well, yeah, well, you know, coming from you, that's, you know, it's got to be true, hasn't it? It must be. No, that's not the right chamber. I'm not going to sort out the individual bullets. There is a lot of things. See, again, this is what I try to avoid whilst I'm doing these streams, is doing too much of the admin. However, I think that's going to be nigh on impossible with this kind of thing. So, let's get it saved. Yeah, no worries, Gabe. Well, that's exactly the sort of person that I want to make sure gets hold of the game. But yeah, so on that bombshell of Gabe's, we'll end it there. Thank you all very much for joining me. This has been Into the Radius. We'll be doing another giveaway stream this Wednesday coming. I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.